I had the privilege of working for 11 years in the West Indies, and on Tortola, my little island in the Caribbean, we drove like we do in Australia on the left-hand side. But we drove American cars whose steering wheel was also on the left-hand side. So you drove not looking at the centre line, but you looked at the side of the road as you drove along. Now, you could always see the terror on the faces of tourists as they concentrated on driving, terrified that if they didn't pay attention to what they were doing, they would run the risk of drifting off into oncoming traffic. They were terrified. Now, all of us need to be focused on what we are doing and where we are going, especially at the start of a new year. It is okay occasionally to look in the rear view mirror of life to see where we have been. We can never truly know where we are unless we have some idea of how we got there. Sure, no doubt you will get glimpses of successes and failures, triumphs and near misses, but you can't just keep staring in the rear view mirror of life. You have to look forward. And it's one thing to look where we have come from, but it's also important to have some idea of where we are going. The older you get, the more you realise just how easy it is for the days to melt into weeks and the weeks into years, and our lives can get away from us without paying any serious attention to the purpose and meaning of our lives. So at the beginning of this year, it's good to ask ourselves, what do we hope to become during the course of this year? Will we become more like the people God created us to be? Or will it be just another nondescript year? Finally, it's very easy to make a wish, to set our hearts on something, deeply resolved to be something and do something, and fool ourselves into believing that it is our destination. But it will remain an illusion unless we are prepared to put in the hard yards. Any student who plans to get better grades but continues with the same poor study habits is just fooling themselves. Any adult who dreams about having a deeper, more fulfilling relationship and yet continues to abuse the trust that is essential in all relationships has no one else to blame. Likewise, any parent who thinks that their own actions and attitudes and behaviour has no influence upon their children will be sadly disappointed. All of us now stand at the gate of another new year. It is full of possibilities and uncertainties. We are reminded that we are not powerless and that God gives each one of us the potential to lead extraordinary lives in 2023.